Hey guys, Carl here, Cultivate with Carl, and it is Monday. It is your garden update day. I'm here with the Squirrel Patrol, Ruby and Gunner. You know, I should have called them Timex and Rolex because they're my watchdogs. Woohoo! So anyway, day after Father's Day, a lot going on here in the garden. It's been hot. Oh my God, has it been hot? Haven't been doing a lot out here because I've been sick. You heard my voice last time, and I managed to somehow break my big toe, which was really purple. Looked like a eggplant. So it's pretty terrible. Anyway, we got a lot going on out here in the garden. For sure, summer has taken its toll on the tomatoes, and I have a plan for them already. Cucumbers, we'll talk about that in a second. But we're about to do some more stuff, make some more beds, and get ready for the fall. Plus, we have some things growing for the summer. So let's go take a look. And Ruby needs some attention. All right, Rube. All right, thanks. All right, so here we go. Okay, so here is the tinted domed city of zucchini and squash plants. And so far, so good. Everything's working. We're getting flowers on the squash. So what this is going to mean is, like, this week, bright and early, I'm going to have to wake up in the morning is when the flowers are open, and I'm going to have to come out here and pollinate these things. Then I should start getting squash again. So the zucchinis are a little bit behind them, and but the theory holds with them also. So if you see all these wood shavings, that's from the woodpeckers that are in the tree above me. You'll hear them sound off here in a minute, but they peck on the tree and the shavings fall down here. So there we go. We're gonna have squash and zucchini again. I don't know how many, but soon. Peppers. This is the pepper bed, and peppers love heat. Look at all those peppers. Those are my banana peppers, and then there's some jalapenos. More jalapenos. These are those little sweet peppers, which are pretty nice. Those are really good, as a matter of fact. My marigolds are popping, both yellow and orange. And then we have this green pepper right here. One nice green pepper. I cut the shishitos off and used them in my pickles. So we pickled a whole bunch of stuff. But there you go, the pepper bed. And the pepper bed, man, what a winner. Winner, chicken dinner. And I got the 2 giant marconis inside the house because I harvested them. All right, let's move on to cucumbers. All right, guys, as you can see, the tops of the cucumbers are doing fine. They are flowering, they are growing and expanding, and in fact, just yesterday, I popped the cucumber off of there because they are still fruiting. Now, we have, ooh, I hear a big radial engine. Well, let's see what that is when it flies over. We've had some problems with the pickles developing because of the fact that heat, water, and bugs. So like this one over here, this right here is a bug victim. So they done beat up on that one. That one's probably not going anywhere. But here, I believe that's gonna be a watering heat victim. So, so I was gonna clear out a bunch of this stuff, but I think I'm just gonna let it be. I mean, you can see actually it's growing up the tree over there, which is gonna be kind of hysterical to watch and see how far it'll grow up the trees. So, and I don't know if you can hear that, but there's an airplane with radial engines flying over. And radial engines means classic warbird. All right, continuing on, forgetting the airplanes, but here you can see up there I've got fresh cucumbers coming. Now, let me tell you this. I got like 20 jars of damn pickles in there. I don't know what I'm gonna do with more cucumbers. I'm just gonna have to get to eating them, I guess. But this plant's gonna run all the way up that tree, and I'm gonna let it go. So this is gonna be pretty cool. All right, let's talk about the tomato devastation. Okay, right here is the Hausenator tomato plant, and as you can see, the heat is just beating that thing to death. And it's got fruit on it, and I'm gonna take those tomatoes off. And it put on 2 new tomatoes up at the top, but man, I can't keep these things alive. You know, I water them when they need watering, I'm feeding them, and the heat, it's been 102 almost every day. You know, heat index anyway. But some tomato plants just aren't made for it. Now, I thought these halcinators were supposed to be heat tolerant. Now these, and these were called golden somethings, these seem to be doing fine. And I'm gonna let them go. I was gonna take them out originally, but I'm just gonna let this plant continue to grow and thrive, and we'll see how big it gets. So here, this plant's done. It's coming out. Stupid ass stink bugs. Oh, and he's gonna land on me. So the stink bugs keep landing on my stuff, and they have really wrecked me out good this year. But let me tell you what, I have used everything I know to get rid of them, and nothing that's organic works. So I've been just allowing some of these to stay on to keep the stink bugs occupied. But by the next time you see the video, a lot of these plants are just gonna be gone. So heat, and as far as I've seen across Mississippi, all the plants look like this. So, but there you go. And if you want to see what stink bug damage looks like, if you can see how it's all discolored, it's different. It's like yellow, and what they're doing is they're biting them, just like a mosquito bites a human, and then they suck out the moisture on the inside. And so all of these, even though like the young ones look fine, they'll end up peppered full of holes. And then you can really tell when the fruit starts to go bad, how really discolored the skin is. Like, let's look at this red one right here. Like, this red one's been on there. Ooh, it's leaking out the bottom. Well, maybe we won't do that. Anyway, take my word for it. So here, I've already chopped out some of the tomatoes, the Everglades tomatoes, and the Edox tomatoes. I've already taken them out. Now, this big indeterminate tomato plant, it may be a German Johnson, but we are going to, let it grow, and we'll see how big it gets. I'm curious, because it's an indeterminate, so it'll keep growing until it dies in the winter. So how big is it going to get? I don't know. We're just going to keep stringing it up until it maxes out. Yep. So you can see I still got a big presence of those stink bugs. And man, I just don't know what to do about them. So I could go 7 dust or something like that, but you know, it's no use at this point. The tomatoes pretty much wrecked. Down here we have the okras, 2 variety okra. Hopefully they'll start producing soon. I could see some bug damage. Probably going to be some caterpillar or some type. I'm going to get out here with the BT. And then over here we have the eggplant. And it's doing great. Eggplant's doing good. Got another flower. Got an eggplant in the house. And then my sunflowers are doing good. So hopefully here soon we'll have some sunflowers to look at. And then over here the strawberries are, you know, doing strawberry stuff. They haven't produced any strawberries. So the plants look good. And then my tomato plant is dying from the heat. So there you have it. So there you go, guys. Quick buzz around the garden. Just like I said, you know, the heat and the stink bugs have really done me in this year as far as tomato production. And you know, I've used BT for caterpillars and worms. I lost all my squash and zucchinis. I used neem oil for the stink bugs and the vine borers. That had no effect. Then I pulled out that the big stuff. I can't remember the name. I'll put the name right here. But it was another organic pesticide, you know, to deter the stink bugs. And it kind of knocked them back for a little bit, but it had no effect. So I was spraying 2 and 3 days in a row, and eventually the fruit was getting this kind of like oily coating on them. And I was just like, I'm not eating that. So that's when I just started leaving everything. Then I got sick and then broke my toe. And so that's it. So what we're going to do from here forward is you're going to start seeing, we're going to do some lessons learned videos. And so in the next few weeks, we're going to go over our lessons learned from the spring, lessons learned about growing tomatoes, lessons learned about growing from seedlings. And I'm going to put together like maybe like my 5 lessons I learned about this. And so we will carry those through for a few more weeks. And then as I begin to prepare for the fall setup, we'll make improvements to our process from what we learned from the spring, going into spring. Because I know now, like not grow too many tomato plants and label your tomato plants. These will be big parts of the what I learned videos. The tent, we also tried that with the stink bugs. You see where we did it with the bags on the fruit. Well, the bags on the fruit, they work until the bags contact the fruit, and the stink bugs get on them and they just shoot the fruit through the bag. So I don't know. I'm pretty happy though. We got a lot of produce. Golly, I was having to give it away. The peppers are good. I don't eat a lot of peppers, but the people who I've given some peppers to have said that they're really good. People like the tomatoes, people like the cucumbers. So that'll be that. And I think that's everything. Compost work this break. I'm off Wednesday, Thursday. I'll be working on the compost a lot. Like I said, gearing everything toward getting ready for the fall/winter garden. So there you go. It's Carl, Cultivate with Carl here. And you should have a hobby. It's summer. So go sailboating. Go build sandcastles on the beach. Take a vacation with some friends and family. Take your dogs for a walk. Get a garden. Learn stuff about stink bugs. There you go. Wonderful time to be alive and have a good hobby. Get rid of that cortisol, that stress hormone. And, brings you back outside and lets you breathe in the furnace that is South Mississippi in the summer. Yeah, so I think that's it. Squirrel Patrol, y'all got anything? Nope, Ever Vigilant Squirrel Patrol. Bam. We will catch up to you guys next week. This is Carl, signing off from Cultivate with Carl.